Happy Friday morning to everybody. Whoa! It's a steamer. It's a steamer here in Daytona Beach. 8:30 in the morning and already hotter than a well digger's butt. I don't even know what that means. It just sounds funny. All right. Let's get right to it, everybody. Last night at the Volusia Speedway, Thursday night, that was my first race of the year. The last time I raced was, what was that, December 4th, 5th, something like that, at the Dome in St. Louis. We run 9th out of 60-something cars. So, you know, when you race dirt, and when I first started racing dirt, somebody might say to you, how did you run last night? And you'd say, I won. And then the very first thing they ask you is, how many cars were there? It used to aggravate the all get out. I'm like, why does it matter how many cars were there? Because that just don't matter, because whoever was there, I won. Well, as the years went on, I realized that it does make a big difference, even though you can't control it. So when you win races and you can't control how many cars there, it just don't matter. But I have learned to communicate with my dirt racing friends. You know, it's let's say you're running a cup race or an Xfinity race or a truck race. There's a lot of race cars. So when you win, you're awesome. All right, so last night, man, it was a tough night on me. Oh my gosh. 65 race cars going for 24 spots or spots. Why did I say spots? Like I gave up on my talking right there. Spots. See, my job is to chew my ass out before you do. I learned that from Schrader. Anytime I mess anything up, Schrader, he'd make fun of me before I could even, oh, you can't say the word? You can't say it? So anyway, last night at Volusia, 65 cars. Now, this is a different event. We're racing Thursday, Friday. They collect all your points from Thursday and Friday. Then we line up for the big race on Saturday. Then we have Sunday off, and then we start the real Gator Nationals on Monday. Now, you'll probably see 30, 40 cars roll in from all over the United States on Monday. Not everybody can take off 2 weeks to go dirt racing down in Florida, you know, at the end of January and February. All right. Just want to explain to everybody where all the dirt racing community, how many cars were there? Because they want to see if it was legit. So last night we had 65 race cars. They only start 24. So 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 41, 42 cars missed the race. Say that again. 41 to 42 race cars. They don't get to race. Whew, it was a close one for me last night. I started 24th. I started dead last. So in my heat race, well, first of all, I started 12th. I qualified 12th out of, 30, 35 cars, something like that. No, say 32. I think I qualified 12th out of 32. Lined up 6th in my heat race, finished 5th. Just couldn't get going. I got plenty of excuses. You don't want to hear them. I would say that I was rusty. And I wasn't Rusty Wallace. I'm Kenny, but I was a little rusty. I was very disappointed in my performance last night as a race car driver. I slept on it overnight. We're going to get better. So then we had to go into the qualifier. They call it last chance qualifier. You had to finish top 4. I started 6th again. And I finished 4th and made the race. But it was too close to call. Did not like that. So here's the takeaway. You know, we can look at things any way we want. Here's the way I choose to look at it. I finished 21st and got in a wreck right away in the feature. First lap. Go down in the corner, guy spins out, and I'm there. And I hit him like a pack of marshmallows, but it broke my right front shock off. And at the same time, broke a brake line. So I got no right front shock and brake lines broke off. Let's just stop it right there. I finished 21st. It was brutal. Oh, my God. All right, so we're going to go at it again tonight. So as the great Dick Trickle told me, I finished 21st out of 65. So as my wife said, she goes, oh, well, it's okay. You got more nights of racing left. I went to Nick and I told Nick Hoffman, my car owner, just for this week, okay, just for this week, I'm driving Nick Hoffman's car just for Volusia. We get back home, drive my own race car. I told Nick, I said, Nick, I'm so sorry. I said, I have no idea what that was about. And Nick he just did a really good job settling me down. The whole team, they're very, very nice to me. And I said, well, it was a bad night of driving for me. I drove bad. And I'm going to tell you what, I learned that from the best. Sometimes you just drive bad. And I drove bad last night. Even though we made the race and finished 21st out of 65, that was not a good night. Okay, let's take a drink of coffee and talk about something on my mind. The NASCAR Cup season has not even started. Has not even started yet. The cars are not even on the racetrack. And the NASCAR president, Steve Phelps, he did something that he thought would be nice. Steve Phelps wrote a letter to all the race fans, and it was a nice letter. It was thanking the race fans. You're the best race fans in the world, and he reminded everybody we just came off of a record year, record amount of passes, record amount of photo finishes, and it was a nice letter. You definitely don't expect the president to talk badly before the year even gets started. So, what's the opposite? So anyway, right away I see fans just start bashing him. And, I just don't like NASCAR anymore. And I'm like, what the hell? So, okay, no problem. That's pretty common. And then all of a sudden I see the NBA commissioner, National Basketball Association. He comes out with an idea thinking about shortening the periods or something like that. So the NBA said they're thinking about shortening something a little bit, because, they don't get very good ratings. I mean, we all love basketball, but they just don't get very good ratings. In other words, not a lot of people watch basketball. So in one day on Thursday, you got the president of NASCAR saying, hey, thank you, fans. We're coming off a record year. We're ready to go again. Then you got the NBA commissioner saying, hey, look, we're thinking about shortening these periods a little bit. And, oh, my God, they blasted him, how horrible the game is. And so I woke up this morning, I thought to myself, friends, I didn't have the night I wanted at the racetrack. And we haven't even got started going yet this year. If you're going to start the year out like this, it means you're going to have a long year. You're going to have a long year. PMA, positive mental attitude. Now, I'm a study in sports therapy. I'm a sports therapist for you. Maybe that's just what you like to do. That is your sport, isn't it? Your sport is you love to complain about everything, but yet you can't do it. You can't do it, but you like to point out how bad everybody is, even though there's nothing wrong. So I'm just going to leave it there. Think about yourself before you start talking bad about everybody, before anything even starts. NASCAR ain't even started, and you all are already at it. You're already at it. And it ain't about the sport, it's about you. I'm trying to help you. If you're going to think like that about everything, what's in your brain is the way your life is going to live. Whatever your thoughts are, that's what you think. Now, if you think, hey, man, it's a new year. I can't wait to see this race at Bowman Gray. They're going to go to Mexico. That's new. The races were good last year. Let's go. You cannot start out something fresh being negative. All right. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just saying y'all are having a tough time. Whatever's in your brain is the way you are. If you think good thoughts, it's going to be good. If you think bad thoughts, you're going to be bad. All right. Now I love y'all. All right. Positive mental attitude, PMA. Quit complaining so much. Breathe. It's a beautiful day. It's beautiful. It's already 80 degrees at 8:30 in the morning down here in Daytona. Daytona Beach, Florida. Home of the big one. The Daytona 500. God, I love Daytona. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. And it's Friday. It's Friday.